Welcome guys to another one of Lorenzo's Blood Bowl commentaries. However, this is not a commentary on a match. This is a commentary on the new version of Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. I'm going to go through some teams. I'm going to create some teams. I'm just going to and analyse them and show you the 3 new teams and tell you what I think of their starting rosters. I haven't played as them. I know of them. I know of their player roster, but I haven't done anything with them yet. I'll have a bit of a practice session, level up a couple, and then I'll bring you a match. But for now, let's just have a look at the teams. So let's create the teams first. That's the most important thing. Right. So first off, we'll start alphabetically. Chaos Dwarf. Okay, you guys will know I resent dwarves massively. So we'll just call them something like dwarves. There you go. Right, and we'll colour them the very masculine colour of pink because they're dwarves. Okay, so we're just going to make them. Right, okay, so now we'll look at their roster. Okay, so I guess first things first, let's look at the different stuff. Right, you have a Minotaur. Looks the same stat line as a Chaos Minotaur. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same model as well. Yep, same model. Looks wonderful in pink. Loner, Frenzy, Horns, Mighty Blow, Thick Skull, and Wild Animal. No difference whatsoever. Right, then what else do we have? We have the Bull Centaur. Now, these guys should be interesting. They're actually fast for dwarves. They don't have great agility, agility 2. Get off my Steam! Jesus. Right, agility 2, armor value 9, movement 6, sprint and sure feet. So they essentially have 9 movement, which is pretty beastly as starting skills. However, they don't come with block, and they've got strength 4 as well. So that's insane. Also worth mentioning that they have access to mutations, I think, on doubles. All of these guys. That's the difference between them. And Chaos Dwarf blockers, these are just like blockers of the normal dwarves, except they also have access to mutations on doubles. So you can expect a lot of claw mighty blow dwarves now, which frankly sounds horrible to me. Interestingly, they also have hobgoblins. These might as well be thralls for their stats. So yeah, they're quite interesting. And at least it adds a little bit of a squishy side to the team. So let's see what we want to buy. First of all, you probably want to buy loads of dwarf blockers because for 70k they're good. I'm gonna buy a bull centaur for the sake of having a bull centaur. I'm gonna stick with, but they're expensive though. Actually, that is a point. They're more expensive than vampires, so at least that's slightly good. But I can see the why, because they add something new. They add speed to a team which really lacks it, and that's their main weakness. So actually I'm going to buy 2 of them, which leaves me with very little money, so I'm going to have to pad the team out. Hobgoblins for now. We won't do anything else. We'll buy 2, but you're going to need the rerolls for the pickups. Okay, what we'll do is we'll go back to our players. So let's take off a Bull Centaur. And let's buy ourselves another Hobgoblin. That should give us enough money to buy. You're going to need the rerolls for picking up the ball and running it. And actually probably another Hobgoblin because they have 7 armor. Someone's going to go down, and with those blockers you need someone to fill in the gap. So that's an alright thing for the moment. You can buy an apothecary later. So I'd say that is a pretty good starting team. I've literally just thought that up on the spot, but that seems like a fair one. You'll be able to deal out punishment, and you're reliable with your blockers. Your hobgoblins aren't too bad, so as long as they don't get overwhelmed and you don't do anything stupid with them, just use them to pick up the ball, and that bull centaur will do stuff. It'll be alright. You might lose a couple of players, but that's okay. So that concludes the first team. There's they are. So let's go on to the second. Who will be corn demons. So these guys look pretty freaking cool, actually, if not suicidal from what I've seen. They're blood letters, so let's give them the blood colour, although that's going to be really standard. Okay, screw the blood colour. Let's make them something magical. Black looks quite good. We'll go black. Dear Lord, is he wearing a man thong? He is wearing a man thong. That is disturbing. You sir, should wear more. Okay. Bloodcorns. What do you want to call them? Let's have a look. Haha, I got one. Corn-ish demons. That should do. Right, if you get that, Cornwall. No, I don't know. I'm not even from Cornwall, but I'll do. Pasty anyone. I really don't care about what the team's name is half the time. Okay, so no one thought of that pun, clearly. Right, these guys. Okay, let's have a quick look at their players. These are the basics. They've got movement 6, strength 3, agility 3, armor value 8. So not bad. They've got an alright armor value. However, they come with frenzy, which is going to get you an insane amount of moving across the board, but you'll move into a lot of difficulties. In fact, the Bloodletter demons don't have frenzy, but the Heralds do, and the Bloodthirst does. So the only one is the Bloodletters who don't have. So we'll look at them, frenzy. But this is a team where they're going to make problems for themselves with all that frenzy on a lot of their players. Same thing really, except the Bloodletters have regeneration, horns, and juggernaut. So that means when they blitz, they've essentially got block. Pretty good. However, you have to be careful again with the frenzy. So armor value 7. Also, they're going to hurt themselves a lot with that frenzy. So that's quite cool. Corn Herald. Let's have a look at him. These guys look pretty badass. Long tongues. Horns, juggernaut, frenzy. So again, pretty powerful, and armor value 8, so they're a bit tougher. So that's good. You got a little bit of a tougher one. Now this is a guy I'm very much interested in, the Bloodthirster. This is their big guy, and he's huge. Juggernaut, claw, horns, frenzy. That is insane. Just give him mighty blow. He's already kitted, so that if he blitzes, he's going to be blitzing basically on a block. Comes with claw, so takes away 9. Horns, my dear lord, he's going to have 6 strength. So wild animal regeneration. You can hope to God that he's, if he does get hit, he will regenerate. Frenzy. Frenzy is a good replacement for tackle in early teams. So for that very reason alone, I'm going to buy one of these because I can't see a team like this not having one. However, you have to be careful now, because here's where the problem. I don't see them. I'd rather have a strong basis of pit-fighted cultists. 2 Corn Heralds might be okay, and just 2 more. You're going to be so running out of rerolls. It's just going to be horrible. You're going to have to stick with that because they're extremely expensive on the. Well, they're not extremely expensive on the rerolls, but they are quite expensive on the rerolls, and you can't. That is an extremely expensive player, the Bloodthirster. However, he is an amazing player. Frenzy, Claw, Juggernaut. You want that player on your team because he's going to do damage. With Strength 5, he's going to do damage, and the sooner you level him up, the more dangerous he's going to be. So I'm going to take one of them and call it there. And so we've got one more team to look, and then I'm going to get playing. And you guys aren't going to be able to watch me because I don't want you to. But moreover, I want to get used to the teams before I even give any commentaries, or at least get them some interesting skill ups. The last one is Underworld, which is a weird mix between Skaven and Goblins. So we're going to call them... No, not Sewer. Well, maybe Sewer. Splicer United. So, and we won't call them brown, we'll call them something sort of splicey. Let's give them the light... Oh, they look garish. Okay, never mind. That looks a bit better. I quite like that. And let's go for science, because they use warpstone, which is essentially radiation wielding magic thing. So they're basically scientists in a way. And we'll go for... Oh, that's weird. Okay. No, I'm looking at these. Let's go on a... Yeah, okay, well we got that. Right, so let's have a look at their teams. First of all, the Underworld Goblins. These guys... Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, the Demons of Khorne don't have... I forgot to talk about their excess, but I'll explain that when I play with them. But basically, The pit fighters will get passing in general on a normal roll and anything, and they don't get access to mutation. None of the demons of Khorne do. Anyway, but Underworld is different. They get lots of access to mutation. And here we have an Underworld Goblin, dodge, right stuff, stunty. Same as any other Goblin. Strength 2, agility 3, movement. However, they get access to mutations. In fact, all the team get access to mutations on a general roll, which is really good in a way. But they're going to be a bit of a glass cannon. Skaven linemen, you know these guys. They come with animosity. Animosity means that basically if he tries to play any ball, sort of, if he tries to hand off or pass, he has to roll a dice. If he's passing to anyone, before he does it, he has to roll a dice. On a 1, he can only pass or hand off to one of his own race, so another Skaven player. They look a bit ugly, but otherwise they're fine. Standard Skaven lineman. Thrower, you know these guys as well. Same, all the Skaven come with animosity. Pass, sure hands. Look a bit pinker than normal, but apart from that, they're fine. Skaven Blitzer. These guys, we're going to be using them a lot because you need those blitzers and you need that armor value 8. And essentially, with block, you can give him Claw Mighty Blow and he'll be good. He'll be really good. So, yes. And finally, the Warpstone Troll. You only get one of these, so use it well. They're like a troll. Mighty Blow, always hungry, really stupid. Regeneration, throw teammate, same as any other troll. But you could make a one-turner, essentially, with this. I'm going to buy one because you need one. So that's one troll. I think you're going to need both blitzers. I'm actually going to take one thrower. And then I'm going to kit out quite a few goblins because I don't... I reckon you're going to need more... I trust goblins, weirdly, more than I do linemen. Rerolls, they're quite expensive, so I'm going to give them 3. You're going to want that apothecary, and that gives us 60k more to spend. Alright, okay, I see. So I've got a little bit more. So I can buy one Skaven lineman, which is what I'll do. And that ends that. So that ends my 3 teams. So I'm going to get playing with them, and you can just stay there and sit tight and be patient until I can bring you, because I'm busy this weekend, but early next week I plan to deliver to you some games of mine that I've played with these new teams, and I will tell you what I think about them, and hopefully you'll see them a little bit experienced as well, so I'll show you why I pick certain skills. And the great thing about this is everyone's going to be playing them, everyone's going to be trying out new builds, and everyone's very much independent, so it's good. It's really going to pick out the people who have wise choices and the people who have god-awful choices, and who previously have just picked the standard build for every team they've built and they don't have it. You get the idea. So I'm really looking forward to this. Anyway, so you guys stay safe and I'll be back with some more chaos soon enough.